Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today, as you can see, we're putting E85 in my gas tank because right now at the gas station I'm at, the E85 price is $2.72, but regular is $3.12 a gallon, so it's a 50-cent difference. So the purpose of this video is to see what the fuel economy difference is and see like if the percentage difference is is worth it to run this type of stuff. So yeah, I'll get back to you guys. All right, so I'm back in the vehicle. I fully topped it off with E85, and so what we're gonna do is we're gonna reset this. I know that says 14.1. It was actually 15.5. But yesterday there was so much traffic around, so there was a lot of idling going on. So yeah, basically, as you can see right now, it's at 513 miles to empty because, you know, it's used to regular fuel. But yeah, and you know, once we get down to half a tank, I'll give you guys an update as to how we're looking so far. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, I actually went on a 46-mile highway drive because remember how like earlier I reset the fuel meter and all the trip meters. Although that gas station is only, as you can see, 3.5 miles from my house, because the thing is, it was 49.5 miles ago that I reset that, but then before I left my house to go on this highway drive, it's 46 miles, and I got 17.7 miles per gallon, which normally in that kind of situation, because, you know, I was going 75 miles an hour the whole time, so my truck normally gets 21.5 miles per gallon. So and since it was a 50-cent decrease in the price is what I paid, and I wrote it down because I did all the calculations. So my gas mileage went down by 17.67%, and I paid 12.82% less. So in other words, even right now with the highway driving, E85 isn't worth it because I'm actually losing money, because the fuel economy difference, the decrease in the fuel economy right now is actually worse than the decrease in the price. So right now, I mean, you know, I've put less than 50 miles on it, so you never know. Something might change, but that's just the update that I'm giving you guys right now. But like I said, I'll get back to you when we got half a tank left, and then after that, when the tank's all done and when I'm ready to re-top it off again, which obviously I'm just going to put regular in again. But I'll get back to you guys and let you know how it's doing. All right, well, as you can see, I'm at half a tank right now, and my mileage, as you can see, for the past 185 miles that I've driven, I've only been getting 13.8. So, and the thing is that at this point, 95% of the time, I'm usually at 17 miles per gallon at this point. And so, and then I found out that it's an 18% decrease in fuel economy, and I think it was 12 point something of the decrease in the fuel price. So again, I'm still, you know, losing money by running E85. But once we get to a quarter of a tank, then we'll call it quits on this tank, and then I'll make the final conclusion and talk about, like, okay, is it worth it or not? Which, I mean, I doubt it would be, but you never know. Stuff changes. But yeah, I'll get back to you guys when we get down to a quarter of a tank. All right, so I'm at 99 miles to empty, and I'm at less than a quarter of a tank. Sorry if I sound weird, I'm a little bit sick. And I just went on another highway drive, so that's why my mileage is at 17.5, but that right there is basically 80% of city driving. So I was at 14.3 and I drove 318 miles. So yeah, I'm about to fill this thing up and then we're gonna get back home and then we'll make the final conclusion. All right, so we're back home and we're on my computer right now where I opened up a spreadsheet where I plugged in all the numbers that we're working with. So basically, as you can see, where I put the row of regular and then E85 and then the percentage differences, and then this fourth row right here is the price difference. But as you can see, like where you know, regular, where this was the first trip that I did down that long highway stretch that I told you about, that where, you know, normally on regular fuel I get 21.5, and then where it went down to 17.7, and then that decrease was 17.67, and then this 17 miles per gallon right here, it's where usually when I've got like where 20% of my driving on a whole tank is highway driving, and that same situation was 14.3, and then that was down to 15.88, and you know, you pretty much get the idea pretty much. So, and as you can see, I even put that the price difference is 12.82%, where how much cheaper E85 is. So meaning that, as you can see, based on these percentages, that for at least for my situation, the only time that E85 would be worth it to use is just if it was 20% or more cheaper than regular fuel. But since, even though, as we can see right here, when I could have paid $3.12 for regular fuel, but I bought E85 for $2.72, and so, you know, I saved 12.82%, but my fuel economy went down by a little bit worse than that. So really, at the end of the day, it's not worth it. Now, obviously, even counting every flex fuel vehicle is different. So, you know, if you have a flex fuel vehicle and you try this, the results will probably be different than mine. And, you know, in the area you live in, E85 could be half the price, because, you know, sometimes people are fortunate to be in that situation where, you know, they save half as much on E85, and then if that was the case, I mean, you know, we all know it would be a no-brainer that it would be worth it to me. Now, I know that E85 does make more power, and I could feel it a little bit in the truck as well, that it did have a little bit more pep to it. And now, obviously, that's not what this video was about. It's mainly about fuel economy. Now, maybe someday, if I ever get time to, maybe we'll do a little video of like a 0 to 60 comparison or something like that, and see, and like measuring horsepower output or something like that. I mean, that'll probably be a future video, but for now we're focusing on fuel economy. So we figured that for my situation that, you know, it's not worth it. But like I said, yours might be different. Now, obviously, if you don't have a flex fuel vehicle, do not put E85 in it, because, you know, it'll damage the engine. It won't run right. So, but since my vehicle is flex fuel, that's why I'm able to put E85 in it. And a lot of times newer vehicles are flex fuel anyways. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful to you guys as far as like figuring out the situation of the difference between regular and E85 as far as fuel economy was concerned. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.